Hi, it's Ashley. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my nighttime anti-aging skincare routine. So first, I make sure that I always grab one of my little scrunchies that does not pull my hair out because I'm also trying to grow all of my hair back. This. And I start with Neutrogena's Hydro Boost Hydrating Gel Cleanser. I make sure that there's no active ingredients other than I want hyaluronic acid because I am using tretinoin. Wash everything really well because I am using a lot of different products on my face. Now that my face is completely dry, the next step that I usually do is I go for the eye serum. So you basically take one pump, I don't know if you can see that, like that, and you split it between both eyes. So you, that, and then I try and even it out. It's kind of thick and it can be hard to spread. And then I extend it to the crow's feet. I've tried to find videos on this to see there's different ways to apply it to see if I can get any better of results. And I honestly haven't found anything. So this is the best I have. I do that and I gently use swiping motions. Then I go ahead and I take the tretinoin. This one is balanced, so it's 0.005. Everyone says use a pea-size amount, and I feel like it's not enough to spread across the entire face, so I basically have to pump and pray and hurry up and do it. So, let's see, that is the amount that I use. So it's like that. I take a few there. I use a little bit here. And I hurry up and start swiping and spreading it because it starts to absorb quickly. And I want to get the most out of this. This one refills, the first one is for a month supply, and then I'm going to go on auto refill for the next one. I try and bring it upwards. I don't know if you can see, it's already basically dissolved into my skin already. Now, the redness is from just any time I touch my face, but I try to avoid where I put the eye serum. I've seen some people use it right there, but they do have something different for your neck. I didn't really feel like I personally needed that, but see, these are some of the lines and things I was hoping to work on. And then I let this sit for 30 minutes on my face. So if anybody else is using these products, I would love for you to comment so I can go look at your page and see what kind of results you're having. I know everyone is going to be different, but I typically have extremely dry skin, and I was using the sandwich method and applying moisturizer before the tretinoin, and I didn't see any difference. I was not having any reactions whatsoever, so I thought it wasn't working. So then I started applying the tretinoin directly on my face, and still not noticing any results yet, but it's still 4 weeks, so hopefully we'll see something soon. And then after this dries, I'll come back and I'll apply the moisturizer. Hi. Okay, everything has dried. So next I'm going to go ahead and apply the lash serum. I know it's not really anti-aging, but for me, everything was on sale, and I figured why not? I give it a try. I am not very good even with putting mascara on. I have shaky hands due to medication that I take, and it just doesn't work for me. And extensions are pretty, but they're very expensive. So basically, a little tiny drop, spread that across, and then I go and let that dry for a second. I don't want it to get into my eye and burn, but so far that hasn't happened. I haven't had any issues with any of their products. Everything has worked really well. Then I take this applicator and I dispose of it. And I want you to get a second one for the other eye. I am dominant in my right hand, so forgive me for this one. That one have a second. That one was a lot easier. So then I dispose of this as well. And they send you plenty. I literally have a huge box with a lot of these. And then I keep it in the refrigerator. And my last step is actually just adding the CeraVe moisturizer. And I take about that much. Forehead, cheeks, chin. And then put it all in. Let's see. So that is my anti-aging nighttime skincare routine. So I let that just sit all night long and I sleep with it. It's fine. I can roll over on the side of my face and my pillows and I don't feel anything move around. I don't get anything on my pillows. And then when I wake up in the morning, very first thing that I do is I wash it all off. And then I do my morning skincare routine, which I will do a video for that as well. Thank you so much. Have a good night. I don't know if I forgot to tell you that this is 4 weeks of using it, and I'll post a picture of when I first started. And with the tretinoin, I'm not sure if I'm repeating stuff from the last message, but I started it with the sandwich method, and I started it twice in a week, and I had no side effects. I thought it wasn't working. And then I just started applying it directly on my face after I let my face dry from washing. And then I started doing it nightly. So for 4 weeks now, I've been doing it nightly. I personally don't feel like I see any results. I'm hoping that when I put the before and now picture that I will see something. But this is what it looks like at 4 weeks. And it said that it could take 6 to 12 weeks to see results. I've seen some really amazing results, but it wasn't necessarily just from the Musely brand. I've seen people use straight tretinoin, but I like the idea that it had hyaluronic acid in it as well. There is something called the cellular repair, where it's supposed to help with plumping in your face, because I know I have loss of volume. But I'm a little hesitant to use it because I believe it has estrogen in it. I'm not sure what that will do to my body. So basically, this is what 4 weeks looks like. There's my under eyes. Let me see if I can get a better picture for you. That's with the light.